How are you, Lillian?
Fine, thanks, and you?
It's good to see you. Give me a hug. Do you like the documentary?
Yes.
Yeah? Hello.
Hello.
That's a good hug. But you were just talking about the rapist, and that's why I originally got involved with you and with this orphanage, funnily enough, because I love your philosophy of breaking victim, perpetrator, victim, because that's what I see all over the world. People are victims, and then they become perpetrators.
And you know that famous thing, the oppressed become the oppressors, and then they become oppressed, and then they become the oppressors.
I know.
It's to break that cycle.
Yeah.
And it's very nice because, I mean, when you arrived as well, well, firstly, I never allowed anyone to do work on us. I mean, we'd had journalists, but I like to keep it private. It's only after I'd done a lot of counseling with the children that they really themselves said, yeah, we want to tell our stories. And I said, you tell your story? And they said, we have to tell our story because it will be the final part of my healing as I go into the new part of my life. And that's why I waited for the right person to come. And I liked your philosophy on work that you had done, because you had done work that was also nobody wanted to look at. And one has to be brave. And when I heard, and when I really decided to do, is when people phoned and said, if you continue with this documentary, because, you know, that woman made the gift, and of course I didn't know who you were and I didn't know anything about the gift. And they said, if you go along and do it, we can't support you. And I realized that we have to make these painful decisions because it meant that you had also touched something that people don't want to hear.
Yeah. But that was so courageous, because didn't they pull your funding?
Yeah. They never had anything to do with us again, and we could have had a lot from them.
Yeah, that's amazing you made that decision.
So we had to make that decision. We've often made that decision. Most our decisions are the short-term loss is a long-term gain in integrity or material things. But I never realized that we'd have such a reaction, because when I did we've done this work and people would visit or something, and they'll give us something and they'll leave, but they can't really touch it. But I think it's also there's a new humanity that's touching people that we need to bring out and talk about it. We need to clean our closets that our parents so busily hid.
And I know you were surprised, and I was too, because when I first approached you, I said, well, I just want to shoot this little documentary, and I'll just be here 3 or 4 days. And then you were surprised when I showed up the next year.
Yes, because the first year I appeased you. And the children.
And
the second year I was not that eager.
No.
And especially it takes a lot to talk about what you do. Because all my work has always been done in action and not to verbalize it. Suddenly to verbalize and look at my action was also a threshold for me. Because it's easier not to verbalize. But it also then allowed other growth.
So you're happy.
Yes, but you did irritate me.
Yeah, I know.
Because you've got that knack of going to the spot where we need. I mean, who else has followed me around with my cadavers? No one wants to help me. You're the only person, and with a camera. So, you know, I mean, it's just these things that people don't see.
Yeah.
How we bury our dead and loved our dead.
Yeah.
And loved our live. And worked with our angels. You were the only person that dared to go there.
And you were courageous to let me keep filming, because I know it was hard.
Yes.
I don't think I could have done that.
Yes, it was very difficult.
Very difficult, I know.
What I liked about you as well, that you were so careful about integrity. We asked everybody, do you want to? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Fine, leave it. And that everything was done, and you sent me everything and said, this is what I've done. What do you think? And even you had to harass me because I was so busy. Your side was always there and on a good level. The thing that happened that we didn't expect is that people started contacting us and saying, how can we help you? And we were so surprised, because people have been helping us over the years. But we've always kept it low key because we felt it was our life. I wasn't in a business. I wasn't a social worker working on a project. This isn't a project. And actually, it's not an orphanage. It is a large extended home. And so that's why we never really went down that road. But now, how it's helped us is that we've managed to get computers, and we're upgrading still more. We've got our little 15 computers that we spread across our 300
That's
more
fantastic.
school. And of
Those
course
were
that's
donated
growing.
to you, or you
They were
bought them?
donated.
Someone who
and-
saw the promo?
And people that have been seeing the promo. And because we're turning 18, we're old.
18.
Yeah, we're 18. We've been here for 18 years. Now we're going into our
That's a
18th
long
year.
time.
It's a long time. It's a lifetime.
Yeah.
No, this is a lifetime.
It is a lifetime.
I've lived a lifetime, and now we're going into the next lifetime, which is quite exciting. But really, it's helped us more with food. The money comes in, and we can buy food. People say, buy food. And we say, oh, thank you. Because most people, as Con will tell you, some people want something they can see.
Yeah.
I'm only building this for you because I can see it.
Now, Marion, if you had your own well, could you then be growing your own food? Is that the problem? Is not enough water?
No, we do have our own well, which we in this country call boreholes.
Boreholes.
We do have our own water, but not enough for that amount. You
For
see,
vegetables.
when we first moved on here, we thought our kids would, I don't know, we used to be in that van that we drive around, and we could all go down to the coast together. Now everybody's bigger, and the children are bigger, and they've got more children, and more children have come, and suddenly we have a caravan to go out. So it's very difficult for us to go out. But definitely we are looking for a property that we can just grow food. We
Yeah.
need to just grow food.
Yeah.
And it's not even complicated food. We know now for when you eat and you're poor, you go for things like green pepper, garlic, things that you can make spice, and soya, and odd meat. And of course the maize, which is the staple. I mean, I never used to talk like this. Food was the last thing on my mind. I've become so good at being poor. Aquaculture, we've started. The aquaculture is very nice because we can go there and grow the fish, and we grow tilapia. And it's very rich.
Yeah.
So all my kids know now. When we rush down there, they say, can I have a fish? Can I have a fish? And it's taken up our protein. And we've got some animals now. And we've got wild pigs that we can slaughter when we're really broke. And we haven't got enough money. And then we just slaughter for the pot. We really like hunters and gatherers again. But of course, it's wrong. Getting back to the social activist part, why should people be living like this? It's not right.
In such a rich country.
In such a rich world.
Yeah, such a rich world.
And I think it's not just us, it's people all over the world that have to say, whoa, on this world trade and everything. Guys, this is how majority of us are living. And this is what I tell people that come and visit. They go, oh my goodness, and you're living. I say, but did you know that you are the exception, not us? The majority of the people in the world are living like this. It doesn't look like it because our cities look so well organized.
That's so true.
But go and look at the billions of the people whose kids aren't in school, that don't have internet. And that, of course, is our biggest divide. And you don't have to do anything with a child. Just touch them, love them, feed them, don't hurt them, and that something is triggered in them and they can do their lives.
Do something. Do make a difference. Do help a mother. Do save a life. Do help a child. Do dream out loud. Do Ubuntu.
I love you, Jesus, deep down in my heart. I love you, Jesus, deep down in my heart.
My name is Louise Hogarth, and I'm the director of Angels in the Dust. I am here today to tell you about my Do Ubuntu bracelet campaign. Ubuntu is a Xhosa word, and it means humanity toward others. In other words, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The bracelets are made by women in South Africa who are living with HIV/AIDS. In the Eastern Cape, where we're presently manufacturing the handcrafted Do Ubuntu bracelet, there's 70% unemployment. And we here in the West have an opportunity to help. Buy a bracelet. It provides income for the women, and 100% of the profits from the sale of the bracelets goes to children. Just 2 years from now, there'll be 25 million orphans. And with your help, this campaign can help thousands of children. Please wear your bracelet as a symbol that you care. It's a small thing you can do in your life, but it's a huge thing in these children's lives and in parents' lives. Please help us help these children.
Because I'm healthy and strong. CLOMINTDALES, blooming days. Thank you, blooming days, for your support. Thank you, Siyabonga. Do you, Ubuntu? Do you, Ubuntu? Do you, Ubuntu? Blooming days.